Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the newspaper show and I'm Hina Gambhir. Let's get started with what's making headlines as far as the Times of India this Monday morning is concerned. And the big story that's there on the front page today that the Times of India is leading with is about the CWC meet of the Congress party. Now it says that key CWC meet today as Sonia insists on quitting as party chief. This is the big story of the day. Follows a letter by partymen calling for a complete overhaul in the party. Full-time and effective leadership needed. In fact, remember, on 17th of August only, suspended member Sanjay Jha had put out a tweet that 100 congressmen had written to Sonia Gandhi complaining about the leadership drift. Congress officially had denied any such letter, but now we are learning that up to 300 Congress office bearers, ex-chief ministers, ex-ministers and MPs have signed a letter to Sonia Gandhi saying that party is in fact in a state of drift and decline and there is a need for urgent correctives. Now, what's interesting is that these signatories include prominent names like Ghulam Nabi Azad, Anand Sharma, Kapil Sibal, Veerappa Moily, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Prithviraj Chavan and Shashi Tharoor, among many others who were also a part of this. And what is it that they are demanding? Elections at all levels in a transparent manner, including for CWC. And these are the developing scenarios which Times of India has also reported, which we are expected to see happening over the next few days. One, Sonia likely to insist on resigning at Monday's CWC meeting. This is something that we'll be watching out for. Demand is there for Rahul to take over, may be raised at the meeting as well. He's unlikely to agree immediately. And Sonia could stay on, but on the condition that a leader is chosen within a limited time frame. Proposal for 2 to 4 vice presidents, working presidents is also doing the round. So these are the kind of developing scenarios that are there that the Times of India has reported. Then many in the Congress party feel that Rahul's strategy and actions need a reality check. Rahul Gandhi's style of functioning, political strategy and handling of the party issues have riled the Congress old guard. Unable to strike a rapport with him, they feel he is insular in his approach and reliant on a few functionaries only. Then on the other hand, loyalists have spoken out for Gandhis. They are calling for Rahul to end the uncertainty. For example, veterans Kamal Nath, Amrinder Singh, Ashok Gehlot and Bhupesh Baghel have said that the letter was ill-timed and detrimental to Congress's interests, along with Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Siddaramaiah, Salman Khurshid, Ashwini Kumar and some PCC chief have reaffirmed their support to Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. Apart from this, another important story is that AG has refused to okay filing of contempt plea against Swara Bhaskar. It said that no attack on Supreme Court, it needn't be extra sensitive. Then pirated NCERT books found from Delhi to Tamil Nadu. For years, illegal players were pushing in small numbers of pirated books. A handwritten note was found somewhere between one of the pages of the 10 lakh odd pirated NCERT textbook that was seized in Meerut warehouse recently made the UP STF jump on their feet. Couple of more stories here. Hit by MUV executive on Harley killed in Gurgaon. Hunger death. Administration steps in after Times of India's report about a 5-year-old girl who died of hunger and illness in UP. The district administration has provided the family of ration card, bank account and a gas connection. Auto sales may hit 11-year low. The impact of COVID there. 5 of MP family found hanging. Now, what has happened is that 5 of a family, including a child, were found hanging in their house in MP's Tikamgarh on Sunday. Police are suspecting foul play as their feet were touching the floor, with one almost sitting. Chief Minister of the National Capital has asked Centre to allow Metro on a trial basis. We'll get you more details on this one in just a bit. 4.5 lakh cases, 6.6 thousand deaths have happened last week. Stricter law for animal cruelty. Now, this is what the Centre is currently working on. And contract breach by Bloomsbury. A day after Bloomsbury withdrew Delhi Riots 2020, the authors of the book on Sunday wrote to the publishing house alleging a breach of contract as well as unethical and unprofessional conduct. They said its action will invite civil as well as criminal liabilities. Couple of more interesting stories here. This one is from the United States of America ahead of the key elections. Now, aiming to woo over 2 million Indian American voters, US President Donald Trump's campaign. As part of the campaign, they have released the first video commercial that has short clips from Prime Minister Modi's speeches and Trump's address in India. Then PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti's elder daughter has sought to change her mother's name in her passport to Mehbooba Syed, according to a notice published in a local paper. Lastly, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is in coma. This is what the media reports are indicating. In fact, late South Korean President's ex-aide has made this claim days after Kim had delegated some of his powers to his sister. So that's about the front page as far as the Times of India is concerned. We'll get you more national stories as well from this one in just a bit. Let's quickly also take a look at the front page of the Navbharat Times this morning. और यहाँ पर पहली बड़ी खबर की तो जो बात करें वो एक इंटरव्यू है जिसमें एक हेडलाइन नवभारत टाइम्स ने दी है। दंगों के सबसे ज्यादा केस दर्ज, गंभीर केसों के आरोपियों को बेल भी नहीं, पुलिस कमिश्नर का ऐसा कहना है। दिल्ली दंगों की जांच और स्ट्रीट क्राइम जैसे मसलों पर दिल्ली के पुलिस कमिश्नर ने गुलशन राय खत्री और प्रशांत सोनी से बात की और ये वहां से इंटरव्यू का एक हेडलाइन है जो आज फ्रंट पेज पे है। इसके अलावा सोनिया आज इस्तीफे की पेशकश करेंगी, कांग्रेस कार्य समिति की बैठक में कहेंगी चुने नया मुखिया, ऐसा नवभारत टाइम्स का कहना है। नीट और जेईई मेंस के एग्जाम्स टलवानों को एकजुट छात्र जो हैं अब भूख हड़ताल पर बैठ गए हैं। इसके अलावा कोरोना के मरीज जो है भारत में 30 लाख के पार आंकड़ा जा चुका है। साथ ही सरकार ने शूटिंग के नियम तय कर दिए हैं। स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर क्या होगा फिल्म और टीवी एक्टर्स के लिए, क्योंकि उन्हें शूटिंग शुरू करने को कह दिया है, लेकिन पूरे प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर्स लेने होंगे तो उसकी भी गाइडलाइंस आ चुकी हैं। इसके अलावा आतंकी के घर से मिली आत्मघाती जैकेट, ये है राजधानी से जो गिरफ्तार हुआ था इस्लामिक स्टेट का एक इंसान मोहम्मद अबू यूसुफ, उसके गांव वाले घर से तबाही का बड़ा सामान मिला है और पहले उसे दिल्ली से अरेस्ट किया गया था और वो रहने वाला था उत्तर प्रदेश का, वहां से भी काफी चीजें मिली हैं। और इसके अलावा अरविंद केजरीवाल दिल्ली के चीफ मिनिस्टर ने कहा है कि मेट्रो चलाने की इजाजत दें केंद्र, काफी तैयारी चल रही है इस मामले को लेकर भी। साथ ही पोजेशन में अगर देरी होती है तो बिल्डर पर 10,000 तक का जुर्माना जो है लग सकता है। खरीदारों को जल्द घर दिलाने के लिए यूपी रेरा ने लेट लतीफ बिल्डरों पर सख्ती शुरू कर दी है। रेरा ने कहा है कि अगर प्रोजेक्ट पूरे होने की डेडलाइन मिस हो जाती है तो खरीदार तुरंत रिफंड मांगने का हकदार होगा। बिल्डर पर 10,000 रुपए तक का जुर्माना भी लगाया जा सकता है। बीजेपी, जेडीयू और एलजेपी जो हैं वो बिहार में मिलकर चुनाव लड़ेंगे, ये एक और खबर है। सुशांत के दोस्त, कुक और हेल्पर के बयान बेमेल, सीबीआई लगातार इन लोगों के बयान ले रही है, अब उसमें कुछ डिस्क्रिपेंसीज आई हैं। इसके अलावा बिहार के स्कूलों में अब लोकल ही बनेंगे टीचर। बिहार के सरकारी प्राइमरी स्कूलों में अब बिहार के मूल निवासियों को ही टीचर के रूप में नियुक्त किया जाएगा, ऐसा बिहार से एक और खबर आई है। और बाढ़ आ गई, लूट लो खजाना, पानी से कैसे बदल जाता है पूर्वी बिहार के कई इलाकों का भूगोल और मचती है लूट, और ये भी एक बड़ी खबर है नवभारत टाइम्स में। और इसी के साथ ही एक तस्वीर यहां पर आप देख सकते हैं जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने रविवार को अपने इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट के थ्रू शेयर की थी। एक वीडियो डाला था जिसमें वह आधिकारिक आवास पर मोर को दाना खिलाते हुए दिखाई दिए। फुर्सत के पल कहा है नवभारत टाइम्स ने इस तस्वीर का जो हेडलाइन दिया है। So that's about the Navbharat Times this morning. Let's now move on and see what's there as far as the pink paper, the Economic Times is concerned. Everything that you need to know about the world of business as well as economy. And here the big story is that Piramal Capital is in talks with Apollo Global to raise about $500 million. Company to pledge part of developers' loan portfolio to secure the funds. That's the big story. GVK has got a nod to start talks with others. NIIF, ADIA, PSP have agreed to carve out move would facilitate discussions with Adani Group of the Mumbai Airport. The investor consortium of India's Sovereign Wealth Fund, which includes NIIF, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority and Canada's Public Sector Pension Investments, have agreed to give a carve-out to the promoters of GVK, the Reddy family, allowing them to initiate parallel discussions with the third party, which includes Adani's for Mumbai International Airport. Then brokerage firm Zerodha has been selected as the startup of the year. High-powered panel picked 9 winners from a shortlist of 45 companies. Weekend closure drive to set gains in reverse gear. New continuing restrictions are hurting the recovery. Curbs imposed by Haryana, Punjab and Assam worry for malls, retailers. Weekends account for 45% sales. We know that there are many states in the country where we are still seeing lockdown continuing, and that is impacting businesses. Fresh and continuing curbs by states, including weekend restrictions, will reverse consumer demand that has gradually revived to modest levels since the ease of the lockdown. It's a bumpy ride in states such as Punjab, Haryana, Assam, UP, Odisha, MP and Maharashtra, which have imposed curbs once again amid surge in coronavirus cases. 45% business takes place on weekends. This is what Retailers Association of India has said. Frequent restrictions are causing a lot of disruption. And PVR to go for expansion and diversification. This is what Ajay Bijli, CMD of multiplex chain PVR, has said, who is hopeful of a resurgence in one of the worst hit sectors due to coronavirus. Trump card, Modi features in campaign ad. A video commercial has been released by Trump's team ahead of the elections with focus on Indian American voters. Apart from this, couple of more interesting stories. MNC banks to oppose current account rules. Sound out legal counsel, regional headquarters will use diplomatic channels, tap corporate lobbies and write to RBI on hurdles. There is a developing and a deepening divide between foreign as well as local banks over this issue. Then upset with widening Congress rift, Sonia offers to resign as interim president. We'll see what really happens here. Voda idea to pay interest after the moratorium ends. Tata Motors is in talks for tech funding tie-up. And lastly, survey soon to collect data on migrants. This is interesting. India will soon begin a nationwide exercise to enumerate migrant workers hit by COVID-19 and the resultant lockdown. The move is aimed at creating a central data repository of migrant workers. This is what Yogima Sharma has reported now. There is a related story to this one that's there in Times of India as part of a special feature. Poor man's LinkedIn, how apps are helping migrants find jobs. So focus, it seems, is now going back on the migrants in the country. And this is about the latest as far as the Times of India, Navbharat Times and the Economic Times is concerned. Let's be more city specific and talk about the Delhi edition of the Times of India. My colleague Kangana, in fact, is joining us on the broadcast this morning. Allow Metro to resume operations on a trial basis. This is what the Chief Minister has said. Kangana, good morning.
Good morning to you too, Hina, and to our viewers. It's going to be some kind of a respite that the citizens of Delhi might get, because the Chief Minister of the National Capital, Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, has written to the centre yesterday, urging the centre to restart the Delhi Metro on a trial basis. And in fact, he's also said in a letter that it could be in a phased manner that could ease the commuters' problem. We have been seeing that how the Arvind Kejriwal government has been persistent on opening up all kinds of economic activities. Now that the hotels and weekly markets have also started functioning, and all other economic activities have started to work, to reopen. Now Arvind Kejriwal wants that there should be some ease given to the commuters, and which is why he's written a letter to the centre on Sunday asking them to open the Delhi Metro in a phased manner.
All right. Thank you very much, Kangana, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. So we'll see how soon will centre agree to this resumption of metro services in Delhi and NCR. Let's now move on and talk about the Mumbai edition of the Times of India this morning now. And here, a very important story is about how the number of coronavirus cases are rising in the state of Maharashtra once again. In the last few days, we've seen a rise of about 13 to 14,000 cases per day. But today's headline is that Maharashtra has seen a slight dip in cases after 3 days. Fatalities have crossed the 22,000 mark. Arunil, my colleague, joining us on the broadcast. Arunil, explain to us what is the real story of coronavirus in Maharashtra. Are things looking better or it's getting worse?
Well, Hina, if you look at it in the last 3 days, it was more than 14,000, but yesterday it was slightly better with just more than 10,000 cases being recorded. So there was a slight dip in the number of cases being recorded. Now the total number of cases in the state of Maharashtra is inching closer to the 7 lakh mark. But the ray of hope will be that the number of people who have been recovered till now, that is also close to the 5 lakh mark. So yes, the cases are coming up, and now the Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh basically has said that the state government has taken note of the central government's policies on interstate movement. So they will soon be deciding on intrastate within the state of Maharashtra and interstate movement with respect to people soon.
All right. Thank you very much, Arunil, for the moment for joining us with all of those details. In fact, the state has also cautioned the districts against wasting tests as well as money. Testing of dead bodies to be based on history only. And apart from this, Union Home Minister has said that e-pass to stay can't risk the rural spread. This is also coming from Maharashtra. More than 31,000 Ganpati idol immersions took place on day one. So that's about the Mumbai edition of the Times of India. Let's now move on and see what's there as far as the Bengaluru edition of the Times of India this morning is concerned. Among 6 cities with 1 lakh cases, Bengaluru toll is the lowest. And Imran, my colleague, is joining us this morning. Imran, we are also learning that dues are piling up. Hospitals have asked the government to make advance payment. Give us more details.
Well, the hospitals have been asked to allocate separate beds for the COVID patients, and under various government schemes, they have been treating them like this Arogya scheme and others. What the private hospitals are saying that the government has not paying dues, hence making them already the hospital sector which has been suffering because of the COVID and lockdowns and others, that they are there is a cash crunch, and over that the dues are piling up with the government, and at least the government could clear partial dues so they can it'll be much more better. The hospitals can run and service the patients there. Hence, they appeal for the government to at least make that minimum payment so that the operability will be much more easier for these private hospitals in Karnataka.
All right. Thank you very much, Imran, for the moment for joining us with all of those details. And on Chief Minister's assurance, government doctors in 3 districts have resumed work from today onwards. And Ganesha stayed indoors this festive season. City saw low-key celebrations. This is also an important news from Bengaluru. Use oxygen wisely. This is what the state has told hospitals as the number of cases continue to rise in parts of Karnataka even now. Let's now move on and see what's there as far as the Chennai edition of the Times of India this morning is concerned. Be loyal to party, not individuals. This is what O. Selvam has told cadres. And the test positivity rate in the city is up from 7% to 10.7% in 15 days. For more on this, let's go across to Shabir, my colleague who is live with us on the broadcast. Shabir, good morning. Positivity rate in the city is going up, and it is not a very happy news.
Though the positivity rate is going up, the officials of the Chennai Corporation and the Health Department are saying that there is no need to panic or worry. According to WHO and ICMR standards, the positivity rate should be less than 10%. In the recent past, the positivity rate has crossed from 7% to 10.7%, which is according to some experts, which is a cause of concern, because if it is more than 10%, then we need to ramp up the testing numbers. Already in Chennai, there are 12 to 14,000 tests that are being conducted on a daily basis. And officials say that things are under control. And this also coincides with the Tamil Nadu government relaxation for e-pass. Recently, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister announced that those who are applying for e-pass will get it approved and there will be no restrictions. So anyone who applies for e-pass will get an e-pass will be generated, and he will be allowed to travel from one place to another, from one district to another. So there are a lot of people who have returned back to Chennai, so that could be one of the reasons. But still, the health department officials are looking into the numbers, and they are looking into possible reasons for why the test positivity rate has gone up, whether it is because of people who have returned here, and that is something that they are looking into now.
All right, Shabir, thank you very much for the moment for joining us with all of those details. Now, there is a column called as City Lights in Chennai edition of the Times of India, and a very interesting story that has been reported here. A cuff a day keeps predators away. Now, at twilight, a girl who was walking at a lonely stretch home noticed that there was a strange man following her. She got nervous and she called her karate teacher, who was quite far away and couldn't come for help. So, on phone only, he started giving her instructions. But the girl got so nervous and worried, and then because she started shouting and she felt a bit of a problem in her throat, and she started coughing. She had to take off her mask, and when she started coughing, that scared this man who was stalking her away, and then she could save herself. Wonder if the instructor will now introduce this new self-defense hack into this particular karate class bath that he takes. So that's an interesting story that's there in this Chennai edition of the Times of India this morning, how a cough really helped a girl get saved. But, you know, it definitely is also raising questions about the city's state of lawlessness, or you can say how safe it is for the women there in Chennai. Let's now move on and see what's there as far as the Kolkata edition of the Times of India this morning is concerned. Highest case and toll count last week, but the rate is slowing. That's one important story. Days of just 50 rupees fine for cruelty to animals over. Shresi, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast this morning. Shresi, good morning. Rain prediction is adding to dengue worry for KMC.
Well, that's right, Hina. The regional Met Department has predicted very heavy rainfall over the next few days here in West Bengal and also in Kolkata. But so far, of course, around 3,000 families have been evacuated from Howrah, which has seen widespread rainfall over the last few days, and also South 24 Parganas, basically the coastal districts of West Bengal, which has already seen very heavy rainfall, and the sea levels have gone up. So we have seen those areas being evacuated by the government of West Bengal. But now, of course, alert has been issued by the Met Department for more rainfall to come in the next 4 to 5 days.
All right. Thank you very much for the moment, Shresi, for joining us with all of those details. Moving on now, and let's get you the latest as far as news from around the world is concerned. And of course, the big story is that Republicans have released Modi ad to Trump. Democrats' Kamala Carr targeted at Indian Americans. It pitches Trump as India's loyal friend. WHO has said that kids aged 12 and over must wear masks. China, meanwhile, has said that vaccine use okay in case there is an emergency. Let's now see what's there in the world of sports. My colleague Karishma joining us on the broadcast this morning. Karishma, good morning. What is it that you have for us today, this Monday morning?
Well, good morning, Hina. First, we can update our viewers that Bayern won the Champions League, the match that happened yesterday at 12 a.m. and they beat Paris Saint-Germain to win the title and complete their treble. Apart from that, what we can update our viewers on is the fact that all IPL teams, all franchisees have now arrived in the UAE, and first round of COVID testing for all teams has been done. They are under their 7-day mandatory quarantine period, and now what everyone is waiting for is the schedule of the IPL that still isn't out. We know that it's going to start from the 19th of September up until the 10th of November, but the exact schedule and what is going to be the opening match and how the double headers are going to pan out, all of that is in speculation at the moment, but the BCCI is expected to release the schedule in a few days' time, Hina.
All right. Thank you very much, Karishma, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. And with this, we'll slip into a very, very short break. More news and updates lined up on the other side. Stay with us.